Good morning, everybody. Happy New Year. If you don't know me, I'm Tony Russo. I'm the president of the Commerce and Industry Association of New Jersey. If you don't know much about, and I'll call it CIANJ, we've been in existence since 1927. I've been here 8 years. This is my 5th year as president. And we love New Jersey. And I'm happy to say we represent about 900 different companies from virtual every every business sector. Them are on the call today, but just to give you a sense of who we represent, everybody from a small company, so startup firms, to manufacturers, to utilities, to hospitals. We're also proud of the fact that we have 20 colleges and university. And I want to acknowledge David Weiss, Professor Weiss from the New Jersey City University, one of our valued members, and his Institute for Dispute Resolution. And it really is because of David and I had the pleasure of visiting Budapest 2 years ago, a beautiful city. I fell in love with the country of Hungary. And ever since then, I know Tomas Baratzon, my colleague Nicolette from the Hungarian consulate. I think her colleague Judith is on as well. It's been an exciting 2 years since my trip to Budapest, because one of the things I enjoy doing here at CIANJ are these kind of events where we're all about connecting, as David would say, connecting bridges and borders. We're all about trying to connect our companies with international companies. What gets me excited today is the power of Zoom. If you were to ask me this before the pandemic, could we pull off an event like this? I would say not with the time differential and not with 5,000 miles between us, but I think the power of Zoom allows us to do these kind of events. So this is our first foray into these kind of events where, if it seems to work, where we can exchange information, connect businesses, and help grow businesses, both for our companies here in New Jersey, but also for companies in Hungary. I think we've met our goals. So I also want to thank our sponsor today. And I don't see Eileen Kane on, but it's Kamyati and Kane. And they are a public affairs, government affairs group based out of Trenton. I know Al Kamyati is Hungarian, and he was part of the trip to Budapest. So I appreciate their sponsorship today. I also want to acknowledge, and forgive me if I forget, but people are still coming on to the call. Our treasurer, Kathleen Alexander, is on. So hi, Kathleen. I think you're still on. It's kind of hard to see where everybody is.
He's on.
And also, I think Del McClellan from Safari is supposed to be joining us, and he's one of our board members. So I also want to let everybody know that after the Budapest trip, we decided to launch an international forum here at CIANJ. And more or less the goal is to do these kind of events. Again, where the hope is, now that we're in a virtual mode, until we can get back together in person again, I think we want to do these kind of events. So I'm going to turn it over to my colleague Nicolette from the Consulate of Hungary in New York City to say a few words, then David, and then the flow of the program is going to be as follows. We're going to have 5 great companies that we want to introduce to our members: Peak to Power, Proworx, Centipede Labs, Human Medical, and HeatVentors. And each one will take about a few minutes to just say hello, describe their company. But I can't stress this enough. Let's keep this informal. Let's keep this educational. Let's keep this to a point where, you know, we have that dialogue, that discussion on how we can help and how you can help us too, right, with your services and products that you provide. So I want to say again, good morning, everybody. And I also would be remiss if I didn't thank my colleagues, Nicole, Katie, Tracy, Wendy, and I'm not sure if our magazine people are on, but I should mention too that we had the pleasure of putting on, I guess it was a year ago this month, you know, we featured the Hungarian foreign minister, Peter. And forgive me, I'm not going to try to pronounce the last name because I would butcher it, but it was an honor to have Peter on our magazine. So without further delay, Nicolette, do you want to just say hello?
Yes, good morning and good afternoon in Budapest to everyone. So, and please allow me to welcome you on behalf of the Consulate General of Hungary. A very special thanks to the organizers, the Commerce and Industry Association of New Jersey, especially Mr. Anthony Russo and the leadership of the Board of Directors, New Jersey City University Institute for Dispute Resolutions, Professor David Weiss, and President Sue Henderson. I sincerely hope this event will continue the great business relationships and academic collaborations between Hungary and the state of New Jersey, and will help to develop and boost your interest towards Hungary, prompt you to consider the business opportunities it has to offer with New Jersey, as well as serve as an inception to a series of virtual meetings with Hungarian companies. Without any further ado, I would like to direct your attention to the presentation delivered by the representative from 5 innovative Hungarian companies and turn the floor over to our host, Anthony Russo. Enjoy.
Thank you, Nicolette. David, did you want to say anything?
Sure. I just want to first acknowledge the president of my university, Dr. Sue Henderson, is also joined just now, and it's really through her stewardship that allowed the IDR to be created, and through that process, giving us support to engage with both CIANJ, the state of New Jersey, and partners like Hungary around the world in order to make innovation, entrepreneurship, a two-way street between the great state of New Jersey and our partners like we're having here today with these fantastic companies. Acknowledging also we have other very important VIPs on today, including Judith Schiff, who's the Commissioner for Science and Technology for the Office of the Governor, Dr. Tomas Barat in the American Hungarian Chamber of Commerce. It's just wonderful to see all of us come together and be part of something really organic that is academic and business together for the betterment of for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, David. And so without further delay, and I want to kind of stress this again, let's keep this very informal. Our friends in Hungary, you know, the companies that we're going to mention, I spoke to a few of them and I stressed that in New Jersey, we like to hear stories. Tell us your story, make it personal. You know, what does your business do? You know, what is it that you're looking to do here in the United States and how we can help you? Again, we represent so many different businesses, banks, accountants, lawyers, a lot of business consultants. So I think after today's event, we could definitely reconnect and have future events. So without further delay, our first company is going to be Peak to Power. And their special product is uninterruptible power supply. And it's my pleasure to introduce Istvan Polkarati. And again, forgive me if I don't pronounce your names correctly, but Istvan's going to go through a few slides about Peak to Power, and then we'll open it up to some comments, and we'll go to the second company. So Istvan, welcome.
Thank you, Anthony. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Istvan Polkarati. It's a pleasure to be here and talk about our project. It's a family-owned company established in 1993 and became it Ltd. to 2005. And we have 29 years field experience with uninterrupted power supplies named UPS, maintenance, and this knowledge, environmental conscious mindset, consumer focused, and strong attitude led to a technological innovation. Peak to Power was one of the 100 most interesting Hungarian innovations. And what is Peak to Power? Peak to Power is a trademark, a comprehensive internet-based UPS remote power monitoring system, representing a complex system of hardware and software. The components of this system is metering device to record data, a communication interface between software and metering device, and of course software and accumulate, manage and display the data. Generally, data uploaded from metering device into a computer server that houses power monitoring system administration software. And now let me hand over my colleague to speak about features of Peak to Power.
Thanks. Hello everybody, my name is Bea and I will guide you through features of Peak to Power. Peak to Power makes the full-scale monitoring of UPS unit, uninterruptible powering system. It does real-time measurement, measures voltages, wattages, temperature, operational conditions, and so on. Prepares battery analysis, not only for the whole battery chain, but also one by one, including discharge diagram. It makes immediate failure detection and also sends automated notifications or alerts to as many users as we want, either to their mobile phones or to their computers. It does remote analysis, as István mentioned, it's internet-based. And one of the very good features of it is that it can be connected to an unlimited number of UPS units, which are located in different places, but in one system. And further to that, it's a brand independent device, which is, I think, our greatest advantage compared to competition. Peak to power makes power efficiency measurements of UPS unit. It prepares several spreadsheets based on the gathered data. It's, on our opinion, it has a very customer-friendly interface because it's simple, transparent, and currently it's available in 5 languages, but this can be extended further. Now, István will speak about a few real-life examples where we could help our customers with our device Peak to Power.
Thank you, Bea. Let me share 3 real cases with you, presenting a few benefits of Peak to Power. An example to cost avoidance. In 2019, just after Christmas holiday, an automated Peak to Power alert popped up on my mobile phone that the customer's UPS equipment is on bypass. It's a security status of equipment. I went to the site, which was a hypermarket, and with help of Peak to Power, an overcurrent detected due to a short circuit equipment. It was an old refrigerator. No one noticed it because the computer system worked normally, and the UPS equipment itself was located in a locked technical room. I visited the error message and put back UPS to normal status. A few hours later, there was a power outage in the hypermarket. UPS worked normally as it should, but if I don't reset the UPS fault, my customer would suffer total shutdown in the hypermarket, which was full of buyers. Thanks to Peak to Power, the customer could avoid approximately $40,000 cost a single event. Imagine the same situation and its cost a consumer with low tolerance of electrical perturbations like hospital data centers or a car factory. And the second case, and now it's how to Peak to Power can help a battery warranty claim. In November 2019, my client has a planned power break due to maintenance, and UPS indicated 4 hours backup time. It means UPS working on battery power during those 4 hours, but UPS stopped after 1 hour. Batteries were 1.5 years old, just over the warranty time. We could download the battery status from Peak to Power server, and it was a battery discharge curve which indicated not only one, but a lot of faulty battery blocks. Presenting this claim to a battery distributor, they said, they understand the problem, batteries are really bad, and battery factory will not accept the claim because its warranty time is over. Anyway, we presented the Peak to Power proofs to the battery factory, and as their answer, we got a brand new battery set free of charge without any questions. And finally, the third case presents how Peak to Power helped to make a good decision and save energy and purchasing cost. February in 2020, my client has 44 pieces UPS equipments of different type, age, location, and operational conditions. They had a renovation budget for changing 3 UPS equipments for new. They asked us which equipment to replace. Based on Peak to Power and historical data, we suggested which 3 equipments to change. One after year, the change, we compared the data of new UPSs with data of old UPSs and had the following results. 12% savings in energy consumptions, thanks to optimal nominal power and better efficiency. 34% savings in equipment purchasing because it was enough to buy less power UPS based on the analysis of maximum output power data generated by Peak to Power system. And now let me hand over to my colleague again. He's going to summarize the benefit of the system.
Yes, let me share with you this overview, which is about benefits of peak-to-power. Peak-to-power data assessment gives a better knowledge of how energy used and reveals opportunities, including environmental, which is very important because improved efficiency, minimized waste, mainly battery waste, reduced energy consumption result in better power management. Reliability, because quick troubleshooting, reduced reaction time, revealed power quality issues, both existing and imminent, and reduced man hours which were spent with investigating problems will give us increased productivity. Maintenance, with peak-to-power, we can see trends. We can plan ahead versus facing unscheduled shutdowns. Safety, thanks to remote status, there is no need to put personnel to potentially hazardous electrical environment. And last but not least, financial, and actually each benefit listed above influences a business bottom line directly or indirectly, but summarizing, peak-to-power supports billing information and supports forecasting operational costs. Based on the historical data, we can evaluate further possible savings. So all in all, we can say that peak-to-power helps us to do better financial planning. On our last summary page, we would like to speak about why install peak-to-power and why join our business. Peak-to-power, first of all, ensures improved efficiency of electrical systems by monitoring, measuring, and quick troubleshooting. It has fast return of investment by saving battery through increased lifetime of battery change and increased operational safety, by saving energy because thanks to it we can reduce energy consumption and we can increase electrical liability, so no more power shortages or outages. By saving cost, because with peak-to-power we can reduce purchased energy cost, purchased UPS cost, and maintenance cost and labor cost. We think it has significant market potential because it can be used in wide range of energy consumers, industrial, commercial, governmental, even residential customers. We established a very good cooperation with customers in commercial and industrial sector. Here are our references. As Mr. Pokorady mentioned at the beginning, we are really very proud to be nominated. I mean, Peak-to-Power was nominated as one of the most innovative products last year in Hungary. And finally, now, first of all, we are very happy and very excited about this opportunity, and thank you very much. We appreciate it a lot because our aim is to establish cooperation with potential business partners in the United States. These partners can be distributors or even investors. We would like to collaborate with you to launch our product in the US market. And just to be a little bit informal, yes, this is our contact details, but we would like to give you an idea that on Hungarian market, we could generate profit in 2 years' time from the time idea was born. Now, our product is on hand, so we believe that in US market, this time, this profit generating time can be shorter, and that's why we would like to go international with our product. Our last year's income was $200,000 US. 50% of it relates to peak-to-power. And so far, we were producing our product, let's say, in-house. So István and his team was preparing it by hand. But for this year, it's a new thing and it's a great development for us that we plan a production of 40,000 pieces as an output from production line, which is a new thing in our life. And this is planned for not only Hungarian market, but any other market out of Hungary. So we would like to express again our appreciation that we can be here. Thank you for your attention. And any question or any request, we are pleased to be at your disposal. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Do you mind if you, okay, thank you. And then what probably we should do is we'll hear from all 5 companies and then we'll open it up to questions. But I guess I have one question. So you currently do not operate in the United States, correct?
No, we are limited for Hungarian market at the moment, but we have big plans.
And I'm sure
help us to,
yeah,
to
no,
realize
that's the goal. And you know, I'm sure that there'll be more questions at the end, but for sake of time, we're going to go to our second speaker, and that's Domokos Pachovsky, who's the CEO and founder of Proworx Digital, which is a marketing software platform. So Domokos, thank you for being here, and the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, and hello everyone again. It's wonderful to be here, but definitely would prefer to meet you personally, but we try to make it very personal. So basically, Proworx is a member of a family of a classic SME companies advertising network. Basically, we do have in-house a classic sales support marketing advertising agency, and also extensive track record of digitalization. Basically, the specialization here is a marketing automation, a software-based marketing automation, and the performance marketing team behind it. The company itself is one of the oldest company in the Hungarian market, but Proworx is the youngest member of this family. And let me start with a very, very astonishing number. In Central Europe, by 350%, grew the total retail square meters in the past 10 years alone. This resulted huge network, huge retail network. We are talking about shopping malls, we are talking about Tesco's and Walmart's in the region, and we are having a discussion with clients with 1 million square meter each. That means this is unimaginable a couple of years before. If we are adding digitalization to it, we are talking about an amazing number of 600% just in the past 5 years in the EU market. This is basically the growth in number of digital screens. You most probably were already in different stores where you have an amazing number of different interactive displays and screens. The problem is that it was a quite fast development, quite fast, let's say, rise of the new era, and it's hard to keep up being a partner, being a brand, being a manufacturer with all these, let's say, developments. And basically, there was one perfect tool for everything, how to manage this incredible complexity, this number of addresses, this number of screens, this number of tools. And basically, this was spreadsheet. This is really astonishing that all these companies, even the top 100 retailers and network manager company, the biggest retail industry players are doing all that using simple spreadsheet. And obviously, this is a time-consuming operation and a very complex one. We started to know this problem, being also a marketeer, being also an advertising agency partner. And let me show you a very simplified version how a classic project management is looking like to book a simple advertising message somewhere in the retail network, somewhere in an airport, somewhere in a Walmart, somewhere in a campus, or somewhere in a governmental institution. So it's a quite complex, lot of different crossroads, and obviously a lot of spreadsheet-related issue, a lot of file transfers, meeting, call. So it's quite difficult to get the message through. And it's difficult even in Central Europe, where, for instance, Hungary is a 10 million inhabitant country. So basically, New York is bigger than the in number of inhabitants than the whole country. But I can imagine that in the US, this is a much bigger complexity than we have here in the EU. And basically, we created a tool to make it easier. ShopPrime is a tool, is a digital end-to-end platform where you can manage all that using one simple laptop. So basically, we haven't dreamt of having COVID, but basically COVID is the situation to test it all. That means right now what we are facing here in Central Europe, we are in partial lockdown. That means a big part of our clients, retailers, and also brands are working from home using their laptops, and they cannot really access the system inside their offices. ShopPrime is a cloud-based tool, and basically they can use it from everywhere with a secured access, and they can basically use it in a digital workspace, a co-working space, all the processes related to a classic communication asset management procedure. The booking, the internal communication, the fine management, the quality checking, and obviously driving the production if there's a need, and obviously drive the screen with digital signage if there's an opportunity. So the platform itself is a premiere. We are facing a lot of procurement procedure, and the most often we had to learn a new term, a bid weaver. That means we should write long pages that basically to solve that issues, to tackle this problem, basically they have to buy at least 2 or 3 different products to have that all in one. And this is the way how we are starting the discussion with clients. The moment when obviously before COVID, the crucial moment came to start a professional discussion about it, is a number of clients bought a large number of screens. For instance, MOL is the biggest Central European petrol station company. They bought 1,200 screens 2 years before. And this was an incredible complexity, and it was quite hard to manage the content related to this platform. Obviously, when we started the discussion, there was another opportunity. Yes, we do have still the classic old print advertisement, obviously the displays and everything related to it. Would you be able to handle that? Why not? We can. The problem is that what content to put on this platform, and that's why they needed the booking, which is not available in any of the screen management softwares and nor the project management software either. And if we are managing all that, obviously they have a lot of rental spaces related to different petrol stations and retail, different retail units related to the stations. Why not to manage all that in one single platform? And then COVID came, and obviously the rentability, the return on investment was shrinking. They needed an extra revenue. They basically needed the cent on a dollar, and we added a monetization opportunity for them to be able to rent, to monetize the unsold inventory available in retails and available in store. So right now, this is basically a sort of trade marketing web shop, a trade marketing platform to deal with the booking and let's say the selection of the needed inventory and the opportunity to sell, to book by external partners, by brands, by suppliers, the unsold part of the inventory. And the interesting part that this is pretty much like a petrol station or a mall or let's say a retail network, which is a quite profit-oriented organization. And I saw that in the list of the members, you do have a lot of universities. And the second biggest client group in Hungary are the university, the campuses. They were, let's say, restored, rebuilt in the past years. And basically, they replaced all advertising spaces and communication spaces for the visitors by screens. The problem is that the building part was quite easy. It was, let's say, directed by the state developers. The problem that then, obviously, the university has to drive all the campuses by themselves without having any tool to organize this communication, included, let's say, the education related or let's say, a visitor or customer touch point related part of the story, and obviously to monetize it to help them to survive. So this is the ShopPrime has a very strong campus version, a campus edition, which is available ready-made, including obviously the real estate rental management, including let's say the classic school timetable management part. That means you can basically book automatically using the let's say the classroom booking platform of the university, what is let's say used as a classic university booking, and obviously the rest of it can be, let's say, monetized using different after extracurricular activities in the afternoon or at night. And basically, that's it. So the whole cycle, the whole procedure, the whole customer journey is digitalized from the selection, from the booking, including the payment and invoicing part, which might be an external platform linked to ShopPrime if you do have an invoicing software already. The uploading, the quality checking, the approval, and the send, the production, and obviously a quite accurate reporting and customizable dashboard. The funny part is that this is what is available in, let's say, using physical customer touchpoint in retail or non-retail like campuses. But this same platform can be used if you do have media-based, let's say, booking needs. That means if you are sending media to your existing digital or print out-of-home partners, that means the same procedure, the same approval process, the same file quality check, the same file transfer is available if you are reaching out to these partners. And seeing the incredible number and the extensive number of lists you do have among the members of the chamber, you might have interest coming from different industries. These are the sectors where basically ShopPrime can make the difference. And we are more than happy to start a conversation because we see a lot of opportunities. Obviously, an efficiency boost, that means lower human error and a lower, let's say, HR, lower headcount needed. A direct revenue, which is quite important in COVID times, and hopefully an outstanding user experience on the way. Do you have any questions related to it?
Yeah, thank you, Dimansho. I think what we're going to do is hold the questions to the end, and then we could open it up, if that's okay with you.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you. And if you can stop sharing your screen, I'll go on to the next company is Centipede Labs, and I'm proud to introduce Gabor Darogi, who's the CEO and founder of Centipede Labs. So Gabor, thank you for being here.
Thank you very much. Thank you the opportunity for this meeting. A quick overview about me. I am a mechatronic engineer, and before I started the company, I have planned 72 bone grafting surgeries for oral surgeries. So based on this experience, I started deal with developing the CT segmentation algorithm, and that I can show this process well on my product and my company. I started the share in my screen. Okay. So my company deal with software, medical device software developing. Our conception is that before started the operation, the doctor made the CT records. The process seems like this. At a new step, the doctor made the CT records from patient. The result of measuring or CT records may process is the cross section of body, and if you created this data, you can creating the 3D models from CT records with digital image processing algorithm. And if you have this 3D model, you can start any 3D surgical planning process. What is these processes? One of segment is the bone grafting planning process, which based on these anatomical 3D models. So if you have the anatomical surface, you see the defects, and you can planning the filling shape, and you can producing the 3D bone grafting transplant items from 3D from bone block. And the other one segment is which based on these 3D models, the medical 3D printer companies, which creating these 3D models, which helps a lot of for doctors. So these 3D models navigating the operations, and it's help a lot of for doctors do operations. And the third part is the unique titanium implants, which able to filling and holding the side of bones, which you lost in a big volume. So if you have a low empty volume from your bone, you use the bone grafting, and the defect is bigger as 10 centimeter. You need use this product, the implants, which able to filling bigger bone empty fields. So the conclusion is that these modern surgeries processes based on 3D models, which you can creating from CT records. And what is the problem with these CT records? Any patients, including any metals. This is a picture from hip. This is hip bone CT record. We improving these original noisy CT records with our software, and we can gaining the interesting part of CT records. And if you creating the 3D models from original CT records, the result seems like this. And if you creating the 3D models or improved CT records, we can creating more clarified and detailed 3D models. This is the original, this is our result in 3D. So we have many segments which based on these anatomical 3D models. One of the interesting part is CT manufacturers, which means for us, the exit partners. And clinics and hospitals, what we tested in practice. And bone graft planner and implantation planner is all customers which able to create big volume orders. And this is my team. Mr. Palos is CEO and founder of Pannon Pharma. Pannon Pharma is a pharmacy company. Palos buy out at now my actually investor. So Palos is my professional investor. Zsolt and Attila is my business consultant and advisor, board member. And Cornel is a professional advisor, and Mrs. Katalin is a scientific advisor. So that's it. This is my team. And I want to show any letter of intents. I got a letter of intents from Canada. I eliminated the extra noisy pixels from their city records. And the other one letter of intent is one of city manufacturer company from USA. This company creating the city machine which work with extra low dose X-ray, and the original picture seems like this. And if we starting the searching of anatomical parts on these records, the seems like this. And this company say that it's good for there and would like use in the future to or with my software. And the other one, two letter of intent from MIT University. 3D Slicer is one of famous CT segmentation software in the world, and funders aligning that my algorithm is significantly reduce the segmentation time. What is it my goal? Because my business model is that if don't using my algorithm, then lot of doctors need work a lot of time as manually in segmentation process, because the softwares on the market are only self-automated, able to work with as self-automated mode, and my algorithm is fully automated. So I can reduce significantly the segmentation time, which able to create these 3D models for surgical planning, and I can save a lot of time and a lot of salaries in this process. So this is my product and this is my results.
Thank you, Gabor. So the next, we're going to stay on the medical theme, and I'm happy to introduce Cornell Fulop from Human Medical Center. Cornell, thank you for being here. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Szilárd will take you through our presentation. Let me just a moment. I will share my screen. Okay.
Okay. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. It is a pleasure to be here. Let's talk about us, Human Medical Center Ltd. Our business focuses on medical devices for private and professional use. So similar medical area as the previous presentation. Our history, our company has started in 2018. We joined to a family-owned laser manufacturer in Hungary as an external partner to help increase the reputation of his low-level laser therapy device. Our goal was to expand the local demand and step into the international market. Since then, the turnover is increased by four times in the Hungarian market. We launched our hospital program, wide public marketing strategy, as our lasers can be used not just by professionals, but by anybody at home safely. Who are our customers? Hospitals, healthcare institutions, medical doctors, dentists, veterinary, athletes, sports associations, beauticians, masseurs, wellness hotels, and the biggest market is the home users. What is the laser therapy at all? So laser therapy is an FDA-cleared method, which is known and used worldwide, that reduces inflammation and that results in pain reduction. It is effective in treating acute pain, chronic conditions, and post-operative pain also. Laser therapy is safe, painless, and fast. It utilizes the body's own healing powers by stimulating cellular activity, what is called photobiomodulation. Our products, we have 3 different types of devices with 3 different power level. The first is the 150 milliwatt power level. This is the smallest one. This is working on 660 nanometer wavelengths. This can be seen by eye. It is effective up to depth of 3 centimeter, which is around 1.2 inch. The middle one is the 500 milliwatt device. It is already working on the 808 nanometer wavelengths. This is infra range already. This is effective until depth of 8 centimeter, 3.1 inch. The biggest device is the 1800 milliwatt. It is mostly for professionals, but of course, public can buy as well, but this is the most expensive one. This is effective up to depth of 10 centimeters, 4 inch. So what makes our lasers unique? The biggest advantage is safe, which means no need for eye protection. We don't need safety glass or safety room. This is a world novelty, special lens ahead of the laser. We have special nose, ear, and dental applicators also, which can be attached to the device. We have eye applicator also, but this is only licensed for vet only, not for humans. Effective up to depth, as I mentioned, 10 centimeters. We have this device has continuous work, so continuously giving the same power. Easy to carry due to small size. It's about 1 kilogram. So it's portable. You can bring it to anywhere. It is operated by a rechargeable battery. We have EU certification for medical devices. It's made in Hungary. Unfortunately, we don't have an FDA license yet, so we are targeting in US the vet area only. In the meantime, we are working on new lasers, so they are under development. Let's talk about vet therapy applications. Advantages: completely drug-free, no side effect, natural, pure physiotherapy way, no injury, so non-invasive. Medical fields where we are using: musculoskeletal injuries, bone, muscle wound, rheumatic degenerative symptoms, ear, skin, dental, eye. Or products can be used clinical, public usage, as I mentioned, avoid surgery or surgery rehabilitation. For example, about the vet, there is no possibility for placebo effect with animals. So when an animal is treated with a cold laser and they return to normal behavior, it is obvious that the therapy is really making the difference. See some examples about our success stories with different kind of animals, from small pets to big animals, different type of issues. First one is, you can see the difference before and after, the skin and this bacterial infection. We have professional cooperation with the Budapest Zoo. Also, they are using this one. You can see the eye treatment, also and the big animal hearing as well. The reason why we are here, we are looking for a business partner who has a vet distribution network in US, sales marketing activity in this area, and willing to advertise not only professionals but public also. As I mentioned, that is the biggest market for us. But we can provide exclusive rights on our laser product sales, competitive margin, marketing materials, support and training. That's all. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Cornell. And then last but not least is I'm happy to introduce Rita Farkas, who's the CEO and co-founder of HeatVentors, to talk about thermal energy storage. So Rita, good afternoon.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. My name is Rita Farkas and I am the CEO and co-founder of HeatVentors. And I would like to introduce our solution HeatTank, the new generation of thermal energy storage systems, which saves energy, money, and space. With my co-founder, we started as a university research 9 years ago. We built 2 prototypes, wrote more than 30 international scientific publications, and won many scientific awards. We took part in many conferences and exhibitions, and professors and industry players encouraged us to create a product from our technology. We established our company in 2017. We received an investment from a European organization, Kick in Energy. We patented our technology and we stepped to the market. Now we have a dedicated team with engineers, sales developers, and marketing experts. Traditionally, heat is stored by changing the temperature of the water. But instead of water, we use special biomaterials called phase change materials. By changing the phase, like melting and solidification, we can reduce storage volume by 90%, save at least 20 to 50% energy, with a total return on investment within 3 to 5 years. You can imagine our technology as a huge ice cube, because you know when you put ice in your drink, it cools it down really fast, and it stays cold for a long time. HeatVentors products are patented, customizable, yet scalable, thanks to our algorithm and flexible manufacturers. Compared to the water storage, HeatTank is smaller in size and usable for cooling as well. Compared with other phase change storages, HeatTank is more efficient, thanks to the patented structure, and we have faster return on investment. Our product consists of 3 parts. We have a patented structure, and we manufacture it with an international manufacturer. For the different phase change materials, we have many different suppliers from Europe and from Asia for the different materials, but we are always working with materials which are safe for the environment, not toxic, and not dangerous in an energy system. The third part is our control system, which is also patented and made by us. Our product is usable to store the heating and the cooling energy as well, but now we are focusing on the cooling solutions, because in this field, the cooling is a very big, urgent, and only partially solved problem. And our main target segments are data centers, telecommunication sites, and commercial buildings. In case of an existing system, we offer efficient cooling solution, energy saving, and cost reduction. When the efficiency of the cooling system is high, we generate more cooling energy, store it, and when the efficiency is bad, we can use the pre-stored energy. Also, we can use the price difference between peak and off-peak periods and free cooling. We can increase operation safety, because in case of a blackout, the cooling system needs 4 to 6 minutes to restart, and with our storage, we can cover this period. In case of a new system, we have additional benefits by reducing initial costs. With our storage for peak performance management, we can reduce the size of the cooling unit by 30%, which means a price reduce in the whole chain, including electric cables. In peak time, the additional needs are covered by HeatTank, and in off-peak periods, the energy saving is still possible. We have 3 different business models. We sell our product B2B, or lease it like an ESCO model, so we give the storage for free, and we will share on the savings for 5 to 8 years. Or we license our technology to other companies to manufacture and sell the products instead of us, which has provided the blueprints. Here you can see our sales timeline. First, we start with a quick assessment, or we get the design parameters from our customers. Then the design takes 1 week. In case of a unique product, the manufacturing takes 4 weeks, and in case of a unique product, it takes 6 weeks. The installation is very easy. It takes 1 or 2 days. And after the operation starts, we provide energy reports on a monthly basis where the customer can see the savings. Here in the table, you can see our 4 standard products. These are small storages to be easy to handle with them. But in case of higher needs, we provide more storages together in a as a modular system. We already have 4 working systems, 2 for data center cooling here in Hungary, 1 for gas engine heat recovery also here in Hungary, and 1 for a district heating system in Italy. The average return on investment of our working systems is 3.5 years. Also, we have 2 projects under installation, 1 in Hungary for office building cooling and 1 in Indonesia for hotel building cooling. Also, we are working together with an international boiler manufacturer on a B2C product. This product is much smaller than a regular water-based storage with an A+ energy class instead of C. The prototyping is done, and now we are preparing for the mass production. And now we are looking for new markets, and the US is a perfect market for us because the electricity price is much higher than here in Hungary, so we can offer faster return on investment. And now we are looking for customers who would like to save energy, distributors and ESCO companies who can offer our products, and partners who can help with installation and manufacturing. And if you are ready for a patented scalable product which saves energy, money, and space, HeatTank, the cool way to store heat. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Rita. All right, now that we could all come back together, again, I want to stress, I know we covered a lot, 5 great companies. The presentations will be sent to all the attendees, but we have a few more minutes left in the program. Any questions? And if you're not comfortable unmuting yourself and asking the question, put it in a chat box and I'll be happy to read it.
Hi, Rita. You know, I could kick things off. Chris Mansfield here, HSBC. Say, Rita, do you outsource the installation of those units, or is that something that your company handles?
Yes, we have subcontractors for the installation, yes. But it is very easy. A normal plumber can do it.
Thank you, Chris. Other questions? Well, remember that these are 5 companies with great products and services looking to break into the US market. So I'm sure, and again, I know probably time doesn't allow for it, but you know, I'm sure we could always do a follow-up program, but any other questions?
Tony? Oh, go ahead, Jack.
Yeah, Tony, I just have a suggestion. Maybe when you send out the follow-up materials, it would be great to have a grid with all 5 companies on it, indicating specifically what they're looking for in the US. If they're looking for investment, how much are they looking for? If they're looking for distributors, where in the country, for example, but just a grid that summarizes what their objectives are in the United States.
No, agreed, Jack. That's a good point, because I'm sure you could appreciate it, right? They just, what are their needs and what are they looking for?
Right.
So I'll work with Nicolette over at the consulate and the 5 companies to prepare that.
Right, because I can think of a lot of ways I might be able to help some of them, but I'd like to be really clear what they're looking for.
Right. All right, any other?
Tony, Chris Mansfield again from HSBC. I have a question for Istvan, who is the first presenter. Istvan, can you talk about who your main competitors are and what you see as a unique selling proposition or like a differentiator? If you're still with us. There you are.
Thanks for the question. Yes, of course, we have competitors in the market. All of UPS equipment producer who produce this equipment has own systems, but the main difference, they could manage only this own type UPSs.
Their own brand.
And own brand. Our system is able to any type of UPS manage. And
So I don't mean to interrupt, but in other words, if I already have American Power Conversion system, I mean, that's the big elephant in the room, I would imagine. You know, they're a publicly traded company that's been around forever, doing this type of work. If I have their systems in place right now, and I'm looking at two of them on my desk right now, your systems can integrate into them and manage those as well. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, our system can do it, and this was one part of our presentation and the great benefit that we are brand independent. And the competition makes similar devices, but they do it under their brand, which means they are compatible with their own UPS systems. But our device, which was developed by István, is brand independent, so you can have Emerson product, you can have ABB product, you can have two of them in one system. Still, our pick-to-power device can manage and both of them or all of them, and can be connected to all of them.
Very interesting product. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you,
Chris. Donna, take us home. You're the last question.
Okay. Now, I was interested in the laser product for dogs or mat distribution, because my golden doodle has torn her back her back leg. So how easy is it is there training? Is this go to veterinarians, or how does the product actually go to market directly? Do you need to be trained in how to use the laser?
That's for Cornell.
Okay, hi, thanks for the question. Our lasers technically can be used by anyone, easy, as this is, not dangerous for the eyes. It needs some special trainings focusing on what point of the pets should be treated in order to the healing, where to put it, and how long, how many times, the frequency, and how long we should treat the pet. And actually just very simple training.
Thank you. Okay, on that note, I know I have 11:05, and I know a lot of people have to go on to the next meeting or event. So I want to thank all of our presenters today. I want to thank our sponsor again, Comiati and Kane. I want to thank David and Dr. Henderson and Dr. David from NJCU for being on, and especially want to thank Nicolette, our partner over at the Hungarian Consulate. If you like today's program, again, we'll send out everyone's contact information. Please feel free to contact them directly. We hope that we could build relationships, and we look forward to having the next event courtesy of Zoom, because I think it works well. Everybody doesn't have to travel, and hopefully we could help each other. So stay well, everyone, and stay safe, and we'll see you at the next event. Thank you, Nicola. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tony,
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
David.
Thank you.